Navigating Regulations for Military Equipment Imports, Essential Guidelines. Welcome back to our channel, where we provide insights into customs brokerage, customs bond, importer security filing, ISF, and international trade. In today's video, we will discuss the rules and regulations for importing military equipment and weapons into the United States. If you are involved in the defense industry, or simply curious about this topic, keep watching as we explore the key requirements. Let's begin. Importing military equipment and weapons is subject to strict rules and regulations to ensure national security and compliance with international laws. It is essential to adhere to these requirements to avoid penalties and legal issues. The primary governing framework for the importation of military equipment and weapons into the U.S. is the International Traffic in Arms Regulations, ITAR. ITAR is administered by the Department of State and regulates the export and import of defense articles and services. The USML is a list of defense articles and services controlled under ITAR. Importers must determine whether the particular military equipment or weapon they wish to import falls under any category of the USML to comply with the licensing requirements. When importing military equipment and weapons, importers may be required to provide end-use certifications. This ensures that the items will be used for authorized purposes and will not be resold or transferred to unauthorized parties. It is important to note that ITAR regulations not only cover the physical importation of military equipment and weapons but also the transfer of technical data and the provision of defense services related to these items. In addition to ITAR, importers of military equipment and weapons must also comply with specific regulations imposed by the Department of Defense, DoD. These regulations may include additional licensing requirements and security measures. Importing military equipment and weapons from certain countries may be restricted due to political tensions, embargoes, or sanctions. Importers must familiarize themselves with the countries subject to restrictions to ensure compliance with U.S. law. There are certain exemptions available under ITAR for specific types of military equipment and weapons. These exemptions may apply to certain government agencies, departments, or authorized entities. Importers should consult with legal advisors or customs brokers to determine if any exemptions are applicable. Importing military equipment and weapons requires the importer to meet specific eligibility requirements. This may include demonstrating relevant expertise, experience, or associations with authorized parties in the defense industry. Apart from ITAR and DoD regulations, importers of military equipment and weapons must also comply with standard customs regulations and requirements. This includes accurate documentation, proper classification, and payment of applicable duties and taxes. Importers must exercise due diligence in identifying and verifying whether the military equipment or weapon they intend to import is subject to specific restrictions, licensing requirements, or additional certifications. Importers of military equipment and weapons must maintain detailed records of their import activities, including licenses, documentation, and related correspondence. These records should be kept for a specified period in compliance with ITAR regulations. Importers should conduct thorough restricted party screening to ensure they do not engage in any transactions with individuals or entities that are prohibited from engaging in trade or defense-related activities. Given the complex nature of importing military equipment and weapons, it is highly recommended to work with an experienced customs broker who specializes in this field. Customs brokers can provide guidance, ensure compliance with regulations, and assist with licensing and documentation. Importers should also seek the assistance of legal advisors well-versed in ITAR and defense trade regulations. Legal advisors can provide crucial insights, navigate complex legal frameworks, and ensure compliance with both domestic and international laws. Non-compliance with ITAR and other applicable regulations for importing military equipment and weapons can result in severe penalties, including fines, imprisonment, and loss of import privileges. It is crucial to understand and comply with these to avoid legal consequences. Thank you for watching today's video on the rules and regulations for importing military equipment and weapons into the United States. Importing such items requires strict adherence to ITAR, DoD regulations, and customs requirements. If you found this information valuable, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more informative content. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, so you won't miss out on our upcoming videos. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.